talked about things.
Hey guys, we are live tonight for Showdown. We finally got to the Raven Crucifixion angle that we've been promising you for so long. So tonight, because, you know, obviously, ECW was full of chaos, full of carnage, we thought we would bring back Minds of Carnage to help out. So
How's it
big
going?
hey to you.
How's it going, guys? This is Mind of Carnage. I am yours truly, Kid Carnage, the mind behind mindofcarnage.com, and I have been invited back because apparently I am a likable person. I don't know how that happened.
That was like
Let's go
the
with
quickest
that.
plug anyone's ever done on this show.
I'm
Yeah,
so
wow.
sorry.
That was like real professional. We're not used to
Yeah.
that shit, so.
Yeah, watch the Nitro cast. Boom.
Do you know how long I practiced that in the car?
That wouldn't surprise me. That's why you said your mic cut out. You were just practicing.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, I got nothing worth plugging.
Do you know if you get a lamp, you can plug that?
Oh, if only
Yeah.
I were so lucky.
Okay, guys, so as we promised, tonight is the Raven Crucifixion angle. Paul, maybe could you give us a little bit of history, just in case anyone doesn't know?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I actually started watching this from pretty much where it kind of started from, which was January of '96. And Sandman and Raven, they had a match, ECW title match. Sandman was champion at the time. Raven ended up becoming ECW champion that night. They had a rematch at SummerSlam '96. Sandman no longer accompanied by a woman because she was in WCW. Smart career move on her part. Just let me say that. Probably the best move she could ever make was going to WCW. Nothing bad happened there. So SummerSlam '96. Yeah, she was quickly replaced by Missy Hyatt. It was a shit match, even by Sandman standards. But again, Raven retains. Another rematch. This time they did the really cool guardrail ring spot. So I'm sure that everyone's kind of seen that in the highlights. Again, Raven keeps the belt. So transition over to Raven versus Terry Bam Bam Gordy, member of the Freebirds. And Bam Bam looked like the baddest motherfucker alive in this match. And it's your typical ECW brawl, whatever. Sandman finally comes out at the end. Clears the ring with his canes everybody. And as Raven's leaving, he's backing up the aisle. And Lori and Tyler Fullington come out and they stand in front of Raven. They're dressed just like him. That is Sandman's son and ex-wife. Tyler has a mic and he says, "Dad, you're a drunk. Now I worship Raven." And it is just one of the most heart-wrenching things you're ever going to see. They leave Sandman. He goes to the back, tears in his eyes, just screaming, "Tyler, don't do this to me." And for the next few weeks, Sandman would just, just be tortured by this. Raven would be cutting promos, with Tyler. It was just unheard of at the time, and it's nothing that's been replicated since. Groundbreaking stuff here.
Wow, I feel like I've just had like the best history lesson in wrestling ever.
Well, I tried to watch as far back as I could with it, so.
Yeah, Paul is way more informed on this than I. I watched some of it.
Hey, if it's nothing current, I will watch it. So.
Oh no, I watched that night. It was a very interesting angle.
Yeah, do you know what you say? It's never been replicated since. The only time I can think of that was when they almost did it in reverse, and it was the Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio like arguing it was his son.
Right.
That's the only time I can think of that even came close.
Yeah,
but
and the matches were better in that, but the storyline was worse.
Yeah.
Oh, these matches are terrible.
Oh, god awful. I like Raven. I like Raven a lot in the ring.
Oh, he's even drugged down in this because he was well, not only that, but right before the angle here with the crucifixion happened, Raven had gone to rehab. So.
Oh, so he was off his game. That explains a lot, because Raven's usually better than what was going on.
Yeah, he was terrible.
So there we have it, like a little bit of history for everyone. In short, though, this became one of the most, I don't want to say classic hardcore moments, but it kind of was. I mean, this became like a big moment in ECW history.
We'll say iconic.
Yeah, it was quite iconic.
Yeah, if the crucifixion didn't happen, Kurt Angle would have worked in ECW.
Oh, I highly doubt that one.
Even if he did, he wouldn't
He
have
was
lasted,
set.
in my opinion.
Exactly.
Kurt was set to sign papers with Paul Heyman. That's what he.
Yeah, I don't think he would have lasted more than 6 months, but I think he probably would have signed up.
It all depends on who you talk to. I even watched a couple shoot interviews, and like Raven even said, yeah, Kurt Angle was there. Pfft, he wasn't signing with us anyway. Vince was going to offer more money. So.
Yeah, no, that's completely true.
And that's the thing,
he
like.
would have stayed for 6 months.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, it's the value of the promotion too. If he sees Vince as a much more larger promotion, obviously he's going to go there. But he was there with the idea of signing if it did come up, or if he was offered a good amount. Because I know with Angle, back when he was younger, he was a little bit of a stuck up. Like, even when he was doing commercials for WWE, he was one guy to be, he always have his agent on the phone if something didn't go his way. Which was kind of like, okay, dude, just kind of relax. The shoot went an hour late. You can just kind of calm your dick down, like relax.
Oh man. Okay, well, I mean, let's get to the first question. Do you guys think this is as controversial as it should have been, or was it made out to be much bigger than it actually was?
Well, it was definitely controversial, but Raven says that, when it happened, he didn't need for it to have any type of religious intent. His whole thing was that his whole character was being a martyr, and he wanted Sandman to feel his pain and bear his cross. So that's what he was going with there. Was it in bad taste? Yeah, totally. But, get over it. This was ECW.
That's Raven for you, too.
Yeah, this is what they did.
Yeah, I gotta say, it's kind of horrifying, like, just to look at it. It's like, even by ECW standards, it was kind of a rough, weird thing to do. And I get the thought process Raven had.
Oh, the crowd reaction was perfect, because there was no reaction.
They went quiet.
I wouldn't know how to respond. I would have no idea how to respond to that.
To me, that is the best kind of reaction. The only time recently that we've got that was when Triple H almost drowned Daniel Bryan in a bucket of water at ringside.
Oh, that was brutal. Like, that was the most brutal thing to happen in a while in wrestling, like WWE.
I don't remember that.
I don't think I've ever seen my wife happier to watch wrestling in my life.
Yeah, Triple H handcuffed Bryan, beat the hell out of him, and tried to drown him.
Okay, yeah, now I remember. All right, yeah.
Yeah, you've talked about how much you liked that segment before.
I'm sure I did. I don't know.
I love it. It was so good. When was it? I don't remember.
Yeah. When was it? It was after 2000. Shit, I don't remember. Yeah.
I don't think he would have been able to drown anyways. That beard would retain that water pretty well.
Paul had one of those brain injuries where he can't make new memories around the year 2000.
It's kind of like that. It's kind of wonderful.
Hey, talking about memories around 2000, obviously.
Yeah.
I liked how he was used in WCW. I mean, he was brought in as like a main event player. I mean, he was brought in as like a huge name. In WWF, I mean, he was like a Sunday Night Heat guy, basically. It was pretty unfortunate.
Yeah, he has that one like the only match of his I remember in WWF was the Kane Big Show.
Yeah, the WrestleMania
title. Yeah,
which was good.
It's good. It's pretty dang good. I don't even remember who won that match. I just remember the match because I remember Raven getting thrown through a plate glass window.
Didn't Kane win it?
I think Kane won it.
Yeah.
Kane had that hardcore title like 9 times.
Yeah. Yeah, Kane actually won a match. Yeah.
I'm happy I kind of missed that conversation. My sound went out.
Don't worry, Kane was mentioned. You didn't know it.
Holy shit, Kane won a match?
Mm-hmm.
Dude has held like 12 tag titles.
Oh my god, He's been a European champion. Why won't you people give him his due?
He's never held the European title. Several of them. Like, I can
Hold
remember
on.
several specific.
Hold on, let me go through my notes.
He's also like a 2-time IC champion, and a world champion, and other things.
Gotta blow the dust off him.
All right, that's pretty good.
Oh, surprise, surprise.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time Paulie was sued, so.
Oh, it's true. Yeah, like, okay. So he has done things like kind of bad in his own way, but back then he was kind of so big after winning the gold medal that I think he had more of a head on his shoulders where this is what he wanted to do. He would never do anything bad. Just when you think that you're not going to do anything bad, you're not going to go you're going to follow this demon, you're going to follow that demon. So I think at that time, I don't know. I don't think he knew what he was going to do.
I'm sure he never envisioned himself saying to Booker T that he wants to have bestiality sex with his wife. So, yeah. Kurt, you have no room to talk.
To be fair, that was like 7 years later.
So? That doesn't make him exempt. He still said that it's easily one of the worst promos ever. Come on.
Okay, that's true. I'm just saying I wouldn't want to be judged for things I said, comparing things I said 7 years apart.
I would.
Well, you think the same way anyways. You're 7 years apart is nothing,
Yeah.
Same thoughts.
Yep.
So, obviously, Kurt Angle was a big deal by this. Do you guys think that anyone else in the majority of the long run was affected by this? I mean, in theory, if Kurt Angle had signed with ECW, would Paul Heyman have made more money?
No. No, I don't think that he would have used Kurt Angle as just an ass-kicking, amateur wrestler type. I don't think we would have ever got to see the awesome chicken shit heel with the perfect comedic timing that we got to see in WWF.
I think he would have been exactly what he was when he came to ECW in 06, 07, when he just wore those freaking mouth guards with I'm gonna kill you on them and suplexed people.
Yeah, and if worse came to worse, I would have seen Angle kind of in the same line or the same boat as kind of like Eddie Guerrero and Dean Malenko, and then WCW comes in and sweeps all of them away. If they wanted the technical wrestlers, they would have taken Angle too.
Yeah, he would have been White Boy Taz.
No. And then he would have been ruined.
And drinking milk.
No.
That's all he would have been. He would have been White Boy Taz drinking his milk.
Oh, that's terrible. Because Angle from his debut until the end of the Invasion Angle is one of my favorite characters of all time. I mean, just everything he did was perfect.
Oh yeah, he was a talented wrestler too. He was a great in-ring performer.
Uh-huh. Yep, but
I always remember Kurt.
His character work was just so perfect.
Dude was the most highly paid, biggest star from 05 to 07 when he got released or quit or whatever the hell happened. I don't remember.
He was put on Death Watch and then dropped. That's what that was. It was man, Benoit screwed up. Who's next? Kurt's not looking too good. Yeah, peace out, Kurt.
I always remember seeing Kurt Angle in the segments with Edge and Christian doing the 5-second poses, and I think it would have been fully loaded 2000. They had the massive like Yosemite Sam hats and buck teeth, and it was just one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Even as a kid, I was laughing my head off.
Oh, that's still funny now. So.
That's only because that's what Skeletor really looks like.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, so sad. Much sad.
I don't even, like, as you guys yourselves have said, I don't even sound like I'm that much from this area.
We're only saying that so you don't feel bad.
Well, I wouldn't
Because God
feel
help
bad.
us if he feels bad anyway. God help if he felt worse.
First, God puts me in here in this trailer park right next to Jamie Noble.
And Nydia.
Oh, Nydia. Wow.
No good.
So
Dude,
wow.
I would love to be hanging out with friggin' Jamie Noble. Jamie Noble seems like the
Of course
coolest.
you would.
Yeah, well, just meander down to his house, knock on his screen door, and there you go.
You ride your tractor all
If
around.
you talk loud enough, we'll hear you.
Ride your tractor. That's fantastic.
So, given the history that came out with these guys, Sandman being the hardcore, I'll call him the hardcore Steve Austin at this point because of the beer drinking, but that's it. Do you think he got the upper hand, so to say? I mean, I know he was the guy that was crucified, but in the end, Raven still had to come out at the end of the night and apologize to the crowd. Do you think that kind of took away from Raven's character in the feud?
Absolutely. He should have never, ever apologized.
Yeah, friggin' like Paul Heyman should have come out and apologized, or somebody. Somebody actually like worked in the back, not him.
Yeah, Heyman would have made more sense because I found. The hell was that? No, I think Heyman would have made a lot more sense. It did downgrade Raven a little bit. I understood why he had to, because when it comes to religion, obviously everyone has their own opinion, and they're very heavily opinionated about religion. But with Raven, it would have been better if Heyman came out and apologized. But
rebels don't apologize.
Exactly.
So, he should have. He should have never had to apologize. It just didn't fit the character. And even when he did it. It was so disingenuous, and he did that on purpose, or so he claims.
They should have had Sandman apologize for it happening, because he was the babyface at the time. He could apologize for letting it happen and letting the fans down.
Well, Sandman...
I'm sorry for being crucified.
Sandman was the one that built the cross. So, yeah, he built it.
Yeah, he was.
No, I just find it funny. Like, I'm sorry.
I mean, could you imagine really going into his gym bag that day, like pair of boots, can of beer, cane, toolkit, plyboard.
Zubaz.
Oh, cross! There's a cross!
There's this cross next to my Zubaz.
That's just so you can hang up his washing.
Nothing.
You know that, right? I wonder at what point, though, while he was on that, did he think, shit, this is a bad idea?
I don't think he did.
Blue Meanie and Stevie Richards, the whole time it's going up, are having a conversation about how fucked up the situation is.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, Sandman was on board with it. He thought it was a great idea.
Oh, he was definitely on board.
Yeah. I see what you did there.
There you go. You took your time, but you got there.
I don't think the fact that Sandman thought it was a good idea means anything.
Yeah, I
was going to say the man was on so much alcohol.
Yeah, he signed off on it. So. But
that's like saying, do you know what? I'll run you over. I'm going to give you a pint of beer at the end. If you're okay with that, drink the pint. It's fine.
All right.
Or whatever measurement of alcohol you guys have.
I've done worse for less. A lot worse for a lot less.
I suppose that we can't really talk about crucifixions without mentioning Undertaker. I mean, this is the whole inspiration that came for this.
Exactly.
Which, when
you have this
On you, sorry.
backlash from this small organization doing the crucifixion with a cross, but then you don't get that much backlash, or let alone any, with Undertaker and doing this to Stone Cold Steve Austin on his insignia. So it's like, okay, if ECW did something different with the cross and didn't make it look like a cross, or had like lines going here or there, would it have made a difference?
Exactly.
Yes.
And Undertaker didn't have to come out and apologize right afterwards.
No.
That's
think
just
it
what
would've
makes
made
it
a
even more ridiculous.
Well, it's like
I think it would have made a difference. Different.
well, it's like the different colored blood thing in movies. Like you can show as much blood as you want as long as it's not red. Like if you watch John Carter, that stupid sci-fi movie, there's like gallons and gallons of blue blood going everywhere. But
Seriously, John Carter was the best you could come up with?
it was something I saw like a year ago, and it had a lot. I mean, the Evil Dead 2 was gonna get an NC-17 instead of an R, and so he colored it black instead of red.
That is much better. Thank
and that
you.
prevented that from happening. So
Thank you.
That kind of thing.
But it's okay, we'll stick with John Carter.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, though, if people are so uptight about the crucifixion angle, do you think, they would have been as mortified had the WWE done it first?
I still say no, because it wasn't a cross. Because when you have a cross, the first thing you think about is obviously not Christianity, but you think about God, you think about Christ and stuff like that. So I think it was just the fact that they used a cross.
Yep. Yeah, and it all depends on the character that's doing it as well, where, with Undertaker it fit into his character.
Now, if Undertaker was holding a Bible and doing that, then yeah, that'd be a little bit different, but no.
Yeah.
His eyes went in the back of his head and is called for his smoke, or whatever the hell he called for.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. I think the only time it ever really bothered me, like, as a kid when I was younger, would have been the time with Stephanie McMahon.
You had a little crush on Steph?
That just seemed...
Did you? You want to go out there and save her, too?
Go out and save her? No. She was in the right place. It was fine. That's how I like my women. It's fine.
That's how I like it.
Hang?
Trust me, if me and Jesus had been in the same room, I know what would have gone on.
I like that Craig likes his women crucified. What the hell?
I think he just insinuated that he would rape Christ. I think that's the bigger
I think so, too.
Yeah, I didn't even think of that.
Ladies and gentlemen, we do not share the same opinion.
Yeah, exactly. Dude.
Yeah, the thoughts and opinions expressed by Craig are not the thoughts and opinions expressed by anyone else on Earth.
This is where I reiterate. I'm on prescription Valium. Enjoy.
Oh, yeah, good excuse. Yeah, your Twitter was hacked, too. Good job, Angle.
God damn, I wish he didn't do that. In all seriousness, though, did no one else find it a little more disturbing when it was a woman who was on the cross?
Well, of course, because it's a woman.
But I was okay with them being pile-driven and, like, things like that. But the minute she was on a cross, it was like, oh, wow.
I'm not gonna lie, I was more disturbed by Sandman being hung up than I was by Stephanie. I don't know why. I'm just...
I was more disturbed with Undertaker, like, torching her little teddy bear. I think that was more disturbing. So.
Oh, that was
I
funny.
think the fact that she had a teddy bear was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was like 19.
Well, Macho Man gave that to her, so.
Oh, that's not all he gave her.
Yeah, that was his going away present, brother. Yeah.
Yeah. So drifting from the point,
which we never did.
Do you think if that happened in today's society with the crucifixion angle, we'd have still been as offended by it, if not more?
Would never happen.
No, it would be more. Specifically in the internet wrestling community now, us being so opinionated and so being able to spread our word a lot easier, I think it would have been a lot worse right now if it did ever go down.
Yep, they couldn't. A publicly traded company cannot do something like that.
Yeah,
Can't
I mean,
happen.
yeah, there's an internet now, so you can link your grandmother a thing about how someone got crucified on TV. So,
That's what I plan to do with my internet access. Thanks, Paul. Thanks, Aaron. Thanks, Cade. That was great information that I can give to my gran.
Yeah, I'm gonna show.
Yeah,
I'm
it
gonna
is.
show. I'm gonna show this to my Gam. Come on.
Hey, Granny, look what I got today.
Look at this
Remind you of
Gam.
someone?
Remind you of someone.
Look at this
Wow.
Gam. Weren't you there when this happened the first time?
oh,
Gam, you remember that time you ran into Craig? Well, here you go.
what the hell are we talking about?
You know, we're talking about Paul's brand instead of Raven. It's all good.
Talking about business.
In theory, though, like, has Raven been in like some of the most controversial angles that have been really uncomfortable to watch? I mean, there's been the crucifixion angle. Then there was the thing with him having his head shaved. I don't know if any of you have seen that in TNA.
Oh yeah.
James Mitchell essentially like butchers Raven's head.
Mm-hmm. His feud with CM Punk and ROH.
Yeah, his food was wow. I didn't even consider that one.
Yeah.
Which was then brought over into TNA at one point, was it not?
I don't remember any bit of Punk being in TNA. I think he was.
He literally he was one of Raven's followers, and then he disappeared.
I don't remember Raven doing anything in TNA except kind of standing there and one time hitting someone with a cane.
He had a short little run, but it was a lot of stuff with Jim Mitchell, and he was always around the title scene there for a while, which was really insane.
Did you say Raven's run was short? Raven had a really long run in TNA.
Did he?
Dude, like I watched.
Yeah, he was.
I watched like every episode for like 2 years from 06 till 08.
He was there when Russo was there.
Raven was in TNA from 03 to 04.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. He came back as well.
Super long run. Yay, Paul wins.
He came back after that as well.
I know for a fact he came back because he was there. I saw him a couple times in my 06 to 08 period. Watching TNA.
Yeah, because he had a issue with what was it, Abyss and
Manic Killer.
Oh, just Stevie.
Yeah, I don't remember a lot of that.
Paul, you mean Relic, not Killer.
Oh yeah, Killer spelled backwards is.
Yeah, which they had to say 50 times an episode. It's Killer spelled backwards.
Oh, it's Killer spelled backwards. Yeah.
Thanks, Mike Tenay. I would not have noticed.
Oh, it's not Tenay. Tenay's not the problem. It was the other guy.
Yeah, it was Don West.
Oh, was it Don West? Oh,
yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, that's Relic. It's Killer spelled backwards. Go buy Ken Griffey Jr.
West. I wish he did more.
Go buy those Ken Griffey Jr. rookie cards. Yeah, he was great.
Yeah. At least he doesn't tell us how to download an app.
But you know what, though? If he would have sold it like a champ. I mean, he was like a real deal salesman, so he would have.
Have you seen this app? This app will get to you. It will get into your soul. You have to download it. You have to follow wrestling. It will get you going.
Oh, Mike, today, tell the kids how to download the TNA app.
But I mean, as far as Raven went with the crucifixion, like there could have been so much worse. I mean, I look today at wrestling and kind of go, they could push so many boundaries. So many of them. Even looking at Muhammad Hassan, that issue with him being pulled off TV straight away. Was that as bad?
That was bad timing. Was what that was. That was WWE going, oh yeah, there was a bombing over there. On the same day that we're going to be showing this? No, fuck it, it's fine. Yeah, we're going to go put some terrorists on TV. Implied terrorists. We're not going to say they actually are. We'll just call them hooded men. Come on. You gotta think a little bit. I thought the Hassan character, though, that had legs, that should have went really far. But
I never liked that dude's ring work. I
No.
was never a fan of that dude.
Oh, who cares about his ring work?
Hang on, you can't talk about ring work when you're a fan of Curtis Axel.
Yeah,
Okay, fair enough.
Come on, you like Kane, so...
Hey, Kane's had some good ass matches. That I will fight you on.
Past tense.
By the way, speaking of Kane, he was a
Ugh.
WWE Tag Team Champion, WWE Champion, World Heavyweight Champion, ECW Champion, Intercontinental Champion, World Tag Team Champion, WCW Tag Team Champion, and a Hardcore Champion.
Yeah.
And all of those belts got ruined.
And
Yeah,
ruler
pretty much.
of everything.
Yeah, pretty much like a once span. Oh, here's a title, and thanks for ruining it.
Yeah.
Whenever you need to get rid of a title, just give it to him.
Oh, God damn it.
God
They should
damn.
really give him the US title and I'll be happy. That's it.
It's like, congratulations, Kane, you won the U.S. title. You know what this means? We're gonna get rid of it.
Oh,
Kane ends Rusev's streak.
Actually, and that's another thing. When it comes to being offended, okay, look at Rusev and the whole Russian angle. When the when the whole Malaysian airline got, I think it was shot down. You know, they also referenced that, and WWE had to apologize, saying, you know, he is a character. It's not based on real life. So that's also something it's been very, you know, that's very recent that we can kind of.
That was then topped off with Big Show dropping the flag.
Yeah.
Which he had to apologize for.
No, it's just the ever growing pussification of society.
The pussification, I like it.
Yes. Yes.
Can we call this the pussification era?
I love it. I think it's great.
This isn't very PG. It's not the PG era. It's the pussification era.
Yeah, I like that. I agree with that. Pussification.
It's really
Whatever.
difficult to say though.
You watch-
Whatever.
Do you watch wrestling nowadays? It's the pussification era. It's number one.
I want them to do another WrestleMania mode, and it's like friggin' Golden Era, New Age, Rock and Wrestling, and friggin' Ruthless Aggression Era, Pussification Era.
Which one do you want to play? Oh, pussification, definitely. Well, you picked wrong.
It's got nothing like what you were thinking.
No.
Watch Miz wrestle John Cena at WrestleMania.
Oh,
The Pussification Era.
Do you know what's great? We were talking about controversy there. No one's ever conflicted or even upset at the idea of two midgets wrestling in the ring. Years ago, that would have been disgraceful to watch. Like, people would have really shunned that and been upset by that WWE was using midgets to entertain people.
Why? They had them get squashed at WrestleMania 3 by King Kong Bundy.
Yeah, and they also had the Survivor Series match with the team of Doinks versus the team of Little Kings.
Oh my
they've
god,
always-
yeah, they did.
Yeah, midgets have always held a place in wrestling because it's the carnival aspect of it, you know.
But people still get offended by it. That's the crazy thing.
People get offended by everything
Why,
nowadays. Again,
why should someone be offended by the fact that some little people got the opportunity to work in the biggest wrestling company in the world and have like a time slot on a big show millions of people watch? How is that offensive?
Because CM Punk's not back, damn it.
I would rather watch El Torito versus Hornswoggle a million times.
Oh god, no. No, I would not like. I would like to watch more midgets wrestle if they were available, but I think I get more offended because WWE keeps putting the same two on my TV continuously.
So you want to watch two single midgets wrestling?
I've seen some online. It's good. It's not bad.
I would rather watch two midgets crucify each other than watch a Curtis Axel match. So.
Well, that's not fair. I'd rather watch two midgets crucify each other than do anything else.
I'm all for it, but how do they crucify each other? If one's already crucified, how does the other one get on the cross?
Well, you keep one hand unbarbed wired so you can help the other guy get on the friggin' cross, you idiot.
Yeah, you gotta help each other. Come on.
Come on, they're gonna fit on one cross. It's not a double, you know.
Well, they got a head and shoulders.
Yeah, all those little people are friends, so you know they'd help each other.
Oh my god.
Wow. Again, we don't share opinions on this show. Wow.
What? They're not?
They don't have their own society?
Yeah,
Holy shit.
hold on. I stand by my statement because I can almost guarantee you that if two random midgets that didn't know each other were walking in a mall and pass each other, they're gonna give each other like the head nod, like, "Hey, what's up?"
Head nod, high five, or low
Yeah.
five.
That
But
doesn't,
yeah,
that doesn't
Yeah.
mean they know each other. That just means
It
they
doesn't.
understand what the other one's going through.
They have like the twin psychic link.
What the hell?
you mean Hobbiton from Lord of the Rings is actually not a town for little people?
I'm sorry.
There
On-
is
on
one
your-
in New Jersey. There is like a little midget street in New Jersey. So there, boom.
On your logic there, that
Look it
all
up.
midgets have a psychological link. And,
Just like how all blind people know the ones are nearby.
Dude, all blind people have heightened hearing and strength. Like, they will beat your ass in ninja style.
Yeah, and they're all friends with dogs, so it's okay.
shit.
Why do you think dogs are always hanging out with them?
Oh, did you say dogs? Okay,
Yes,
never mind.
dogs.
Wow, wow. Amazingly, we're holding viewers, so I'm okay with this. I think they're just shocked and can't
Yeah.
press the
They can't look away from the train wreck.
Now here's the question though: do midgets and dogs get along?
No, goodness
Only
no,
blind
because
ones.
because
Only
midgets always
what?
try to
only
ride
blind midgets.
dogs.
Dude,
Oh.
midgets can't hold off dogs from the humping.
No,
Like,
for a second
you
I
can't
thought you
hold
said
them off.
I thought you said only white midgets. I'm like, wow. What?
Wow.
Our
Whoa.
midget top gained us a viewer.
Good.
Okay, so here's a question then. What would it take now to get people as angry as the crucifixion angle did?
Do it again.
Yeah, did
Yeah.
the exact same thing, and people
Do
be
you not
as
think people
angry.
just
or-
say it's
Okay.
been done before though in wrestling?
Okay.
Dude, it happened like 20 years ago.
What-
Like 10 internet nerds remember, and 3 of them are here. 4 of them are here.
Mm-hmm.
What about the angle when Vince McMahon fought God?
Shut up,
Dude.
man.
I freaking love that stupid ass angle.
Oh,
I
oh, that was
enjoyed it.
Ridiculous. But the thing is, that one still got heat, but it didn't get as much
course
heat.
you
So I
do.
think-
That was
I-
terrible.
I like that whole thing. It got Shawn Michaels like a lot of there's a lot of heat, and Shawn Michaels was awesome in it. Like I
Shawn Michaels-
very much enjoyed it.
Comes out all in white, and the spotlight is God.
Dude, it was amazing. I don't
Oh.
get what you're saying.
Get out of here. That was terrible.
Dude, that was all.
I found it funny.
It was so bad.
Dude, Shawn Michaels had those fun matches with Shane O'Mac. Like, it was good stuff.
Nah.
Do you know who else had fun matches with Shane O'Mac?
Everyone
God.
who's ever wrestled Shane O'Mac.
Kurt Angle did.
God.
There we go. Bringing it back. Okay.
Kurt Angle,
Angle
Big
did.
Show.
He probably
Okay,
fought a
no.
midget somewhere.
Big Show has fought midgets.
You mean? Sorry, in my head I just can think of. All I thought about was eat them or fight them.
I was gonna say that fat fuck is eating a couple. That's a guarantee.
Hey, you leave my dad alone.
Oh, great.
That's what happened to like 5 of those doinks.
They were never seen from again. Big Show was really hungry.
That's the reason they replaced Doink.
Oh.
You mean Doink wasn't 4 midgets put together?
Oh, poor Matt Bourne.
Did he finally shit out Matt Osborne like a year ago, and that's how we found out he was dead?
Oh,
Wow.
no! Now you've gone too far.
Seriously? That was
Yeah.
too far.
Yeah, because you mentioned a wrestler I like.
I also like Matt. I also liked Matt Bourne.
Okay,
Matt Bourne was a
guys.
cool dude.
Any listeners who are listening, funny enough, being listeners, you will be listening. If you guys have any questions about the Raven Crucifixion angle that we haven't yet covered with our midget talk, please send them in via Twitter.
Hold on. I do have something to go back to that. Now then, they claim that Paul Lee had nothing to do with it. Paul Lee claims that he had no knowledge of it or whatever. What do we think about that? I mean, where someone who's the boss is just going to let his employees go out there and kind of do what they want. I mean, yeah. What do you guys think?
I think they should.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I think they should have at least ran some kind of idea by him. Maybe not like, hey, we're going to go out there and crucify him, but Paul, we're going to do something offensive. Please be ready for the rebuttal. You know, deal with it.
I mean, I think. I was just gonna say that I like when they give wrestlers the ability to just kind of do what they want and what they feel is good in the situation. It leads to bad stuff sometimes, but it also leads to some very cool, like interesting things.
Yeah, like a little bit of both ideas where, yeah, Paul did give them the freedom to do whatever it is that they wanted because he wanted that type of organization where any guys that came in, look at Austin, he was also disgruntled. He allowed Austin to talk. It's what made them and what also gave ECW that attention. But in a way, I do believe that, you know, from Raven's standpoint, from Sandman's standpoint, because they knew that this could have been a little bit controversial, they should have brought that up. And even Heyman, I would have understood if Heyman was like, okay, if you're going to do anything that comes with religion, government, this or this, that's offensive, just tell me. Other than that, you guys can do whatever you want.
I mean, the whole, like, being kind of easygoing about letting people do what they want led to stuff like Kane Dewey and, like, that, like, promo and stuff, which was friggin' amazing. And it's still, like, one of the best promos. Friggin' Mick Foley at, like, his best.
Oh, yeah. Totally.
I need to check that one out again, actually. Okay, so if Paulie didn't know what was going on, did he not have the option to cut the camera or pan away from it to see the crowd instead?
I think he did, but I think being that the show must go on, I think he let it go.
I think you've overestimated ECW's production value with the word camera pan.
I don't think he had time to run out of the room, go to the camera guy, cut the camera feed.
He didn't have time to put the camera down because he was the cameraman himself.
Yeah, he did.
Hey, that's pretty much true, because Dreamer used to make their merchandise and Taz used to go out on the street and sell it. They used to cut promos in Taz's basement.
Man, friggin' Tommy Dreamer is a guy. Like, I just gotta go on a tangent where Tommy Dreamer is a guy who I really like, but probably should have hung it up a long time ago.
Oh, are you kidding
I don't
me?
know why he's still wrestling.
His match with Bram recently wasn't that bad on TNA.
Like, that's not
Like,
even...
Bram carried it, but it wasn't bad.
No. And I gotta say, Al Snow is surprisingly in shape.
Oh, he is in ridiculous shape, man. He is looking awesome.
Al Snow's one of those people who, like, looks better now that he's an old man. Like Ringo Starr.
I gotta say, I would rather watch Tommy Dreamer matches nowadays than Dolph Ziggler matches. So.
That's very true.
Well, yeah, okay, pretty much.
I love how you had nothing else to say there.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, pretty much.
Yeah. He's right, Ziggler stinks.
I was gonna, like, try to defend him, and I was like, nah, I'm not that big of a fan. He's fine. He pisses me off sometimes.
I like him because of his hair sometimes.
I will admit my second favorite ECW moment after the crucifixion is Tommy Dreamer being caned and asking for more. That was one of the coolest moments I've ever watched in wrestling.
Did it make you tear up?
It made me tear up. He's awesome. He's a dreamer, a true dreamer. I want to be a dreamer.
I gotta say though, when I was watching this stuff back, and Sandman was going to the back, and and he's yelling for his son, yelling, "Tyler, don't do this to me." I got some chills there a little bit. That was great stuff.
Actually, my one favorite moment specifically with that feud too is when his son came back with an actual Sandman shirt, and it looked as if they were going to get back together. And then from the back, Raven just comes with a kendo stick and just whacks Sandman over the head. And then you see his son there just standing doing the Raven pose. I'm like, okay, that was pretty cool in my opinion.
Yeah, that's what led right to the crucifixion.
Yeah. But I'm saying that's what was. I understand the crucifixion, but I'm saying just that part itself was pretty cool.
Yeah, it honestly could have ended right there with that.
Oh yeah.
And it would have gotten over probably even better.
The only other thing they could have had going on was having Raven's Sandman's son pour booze over.
Or incorporate midgets.
Well, he was short, so it was possible.
It was
no,
actually Hornswoggle.
Oh no, I heard this kid talk. Trust me, he was not an actor. Oh, he was terrible. He was worse than Bella's. So.
Like even Brie Bella.
Yeah, he was Bella
the
level
worst
bad.
Bella.
Yeah.
Well, like Nikki's terrible, but she's like when she's with Brie, she looks fine. So,
Well, yeah, hanging out with stupid people always makes you look smarter. So.
yeah, I'm just saying like Nikki's like a 2 out of 10, but Brie's a 1 out of 10. So she looks twice as good as everyone else in the ring.
Oh god, why did I come back to this conversation with Nikki and Brie?
Hey, we were talking about midget crucifixions earlier.
I'd rather talk about midgets than Nikki and Brie any day.
Yeah.
I don't think midget is the preferred nomenclature.
Oh, those people love to be called that. Don't worry about it.
Those people.
Yes, they like to be called, and they like to be called those people too. Yep.
Oompa, tea. Sorry.
Whoa. Gone. Just gone.
Nice.
Aww.
That's why
Yeah,
my
they
wife
just
leaves the
followed-
room sometimes.
They just followed the yellow brick road out of here.
When did Punk do the Straight Edge Society? I'll go with that. In my mind, it was. A little bit.
God.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Is that really
Yeah.
controversial? Like, who was upset about that? Okay, I was upset about that because I thought it was dumb. But,
What? Are you
Aw.
serious?
Yeah, I'm not. I'm not a fan of the like. Oh, see, wrestling's not real. I'm cooler than it thing CM Punk did like 5 times.
Yeah, but that first one though, that one towed the line perfectly.
I just liked it because it really showed the politics in the back and who has all the say. For me, I found it really I found it powerful.
Yeah, I think I'm being unfair to it because of the other stuff Punk did afterwards with, like, he going to an annoying place with the whole, like, meta fourth wall break crap that he did in the next, like, 6 months to a year. But, yeah, I mean, I guess the original event was, like, fine. I think it probably didn't cross, like, it probably did toe the line pretty well considering.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I really do want to see what the company looks like with like Triple H actually in charge instead of any. So I'm very curious about what that company looks like.
Oh yeah.
I'm a big fan of Triple H and like as a wrestler and as basically everything he's ever done. Like since being, since he came to WWE and stopped being terrorizing or whatever. But so I feel like he could do a really good job. Like sometimes he has these like moments of like brilliance in the ring where he's like in those 20-minute drone promos. He'll occasionally pull out something that really surprises me in the midst of those 20 overlong promos.
He's a second-rate Ric Flair wannabe. Get him the fuck off my TV.
Are you really shitting on Triple H, Paul? Damn.
Absolutely, I will. I'll
Triple H
shit
is
on him
great.
and I will shit on him and Evolution.
Okay, that's
And how often did Triple H whoop Kane's ass?
I don't want to talk about that time period at all.
I don't want to talk about that time that he insinuated that Kane was a necrophiliac.
Like,
yeah.
no, that's not even. That's
Oh,
not
yeah.
even the issue. The issue.
Oh yeah, he's
is
the
like,
best ever.
That's not the yeah okay yeah, but that was he wasn't
Great
like
brains.
running the company at that point. But that whole Katie Vick thing was like just horrible. Like from start to finish, it messed with Kane's character and ruined his backstory. I just don't like to acknowledge it as much as I can. And it's freaking in the video game. It's freaking in 2K15 is the Katie Vick storyline. It's crammed in with the Triple H Shawn Michaels thing.
Is it actually? I haven't. Thanks for ruining that for me.
But freaking Michael Cole talks about the video of Triple H in a Kane costume banging a mannequin in a coffin. Michael Cole talks about it in the commentary in the game.
Oh, and that wasn't controversial.
Ugh.
Oh yeah.
I think we've stuck too close to this topic. Let's just let loose. Yeah, we've focused too much on this topic.
Hey, we did pretty good.
We
We
Yeah,
talked about the event. We talked about the impact, the fallout, things associated with it, how it was kind of portrayed there in WWF. Yeah, we did good.
We did.
What else followed? Was there anything as bad as that?
I'm proud of it.
I'm so proud. I'm gonna have some more coffee that I've been having for the last hour and a half.
It's
Man,
it's better than a necrophilia angle. So.
Dude, I'm just sitting in my bed eating sweet tarts like a child. Dude, see, I love a lot of dumb stuff in wrestling. Especially, like, I even liked that. But I could not deal with that dog kennel match. That was like the worst thing. There was just dogs like pissing and shitting all over themselves and barking and all that match. It was the worst one of the worst matches I've ever seen. And I'm a big fan of both guys in it, especially Big Boss Man.
I like how when you said you're a fan of Big Boss Man, we all just went quiet.
What's wrong with Big Boss Man?
I like Boss Man.
No, I like Boss Man. He was a interesting character. Him and Big Show had some good feuds. I like that. Oh, yeah, I was gonna say the actual Coffin one.
It took them a long time to bury Andre. It was like 8 years later.
Yeah, geez, that's a sensitive subject.
Yeah.
What? Well, at least we haven't talked about your alter ego, Kevin Steen. Oh, I'm sorry, Kevin Owens.
Oh, the Sheen beard. Yeah, I think I just said Sheen. Wow. Well, I'm gonna go with that. I'm gonna call him a Sheen beard. That's the style now that I'm gonna call it that. I'm gonna hashtag that. I'm gonna trend that shit. It's gonna go global.
#1 trend in the world, Sheen beard. No one knows what it is, but it sounds good.
Followed by, what the fuck is this guy talking about? I bet you people are gonna be texting or like sending messages to Charlie Sheen, be like, do you have a beard? Like, is this what this means?
Did you grow back the beard?
Next thing you know, Charlie Sheen's a special guest on the Raw.
Hey, I like Pee-wee.
There's plenty of like the Raw guest hosts are usually like super low level guys, but
Yeah, that's why I'm boycotting Raw. That's why I haven't watched in like a month.
is that really? Is that the big deal to you?
That is the big deal. Yes.
I think it's because they.
They at least had Schwarzenegger not too long ago, but he's unfortunately well past his prime.
Hey,
I'm a big Schwarzenegger fan. I even like
hey,
some of his more recent movies. Like I like that friggin' oh man, I can't remember its name. That Last
I
Stand.
like.
The Last Stand. I
come
like The
on,
Last
say
Stand.
it now. Come on,
Get
do it,
down.
do it
The
now.
Last Stand was a fun, dumb action movie, despite the
Come
fact that it
on,
had some obnoxious CGI blood in it. And I hate
put that
freaking
cookie
CGI
down.
blood.
It's not a tumor.
He's in my house eating my cookies.
I just want to hear Paul's Schwarzenegger talk to Dusty Rhodes, talk to me.
Well, you'll have to give me a few days to work on that, but I'm sure I can come up with something. I'll try and work in a get to the chopper combined with some hard times.
Though I will say, your Schwarzenegger, I mean, no, your Dusty Rhodes and me are way better than your Schwarzenegger.
What? My Arnold's pretty good. Come on.
Your Arnold is what everyone's Arnold sounds like,
Come
which is
on,
nothing
do it.
like Arnold.
Come on.
Like if you, it's like people's Bill Cosby impressions, where all of them sound the same, but none of them sound like Bill Cosby.
I got a Bill Cosby too.
I hope, and I hope it's not from your pants.
Oh.
But just the way you said, I got a Bill Cosby too. I don't know what that means. And I don't want to.
It's gonna have to deal with a rape joke now, and I can't do it.
Yeah, it's all pudding pops and rape now.
It's just all pudding pops and the rape jokes. Wahaha. There you go.
Yeah, like I said, they all sound the same, but none of them actually sound like Bill Cosby.
I am going to give you this
Bill
Ruby
Cosby
Lay's
never spoke
pudding
like how
pop.
people
And
imitating
then
him
while
sound.
you're passed out, I'm going to take pictures of you with my Kodak film.
I like the specificity of Kodak film.
Well, of course, because he's going to rape you and then chill at the same time. That's what he did.
I thought this was running 2 hours. We'll run until one of us dies.
Oh God.
Me? Yeah, I am. Well, good. It could happen. It really could.
God damn it. They're coming for you. Because they can find you because you use your real name.
It's true. I have got nothing to hide here. So, got nothing to hide. That's right.
I think you were doing a song, but I have no idea what it was.
Was that a song?
He rhymed like 3 different things, and he did it for no reason. So
He's
song lyrics.
He's a musician. Hello. Yeah. That's what he does.
Nice. Creative. So obviously not his career.
Aww.
Yeah, he's not even part of the New Day.
Along with Titus too.
Oh, poor Titus.
Yeah, that guy. That's unfortunate for that guy. 40 years old. I don't think he's gonna go anywhere.
Like I admit that Titus is kind of garbage in the ring, but that dude is so like. That dude has such a cool look, and he's really funny on the mic and stuff. I feel like he could have been more than he was, but I don't know.
Honestly, they should have.
Well, I'm sure that when Vince said it to him, he probably called him by the wrong name. He probably called him Kofi.
Yeah, he's a Kofi. Kofi, come over here. I hate Adam Rose. Can you bury him for me?
Kofi, go bury that bunny.
I just gotta plug my charger in a sec.
Yeah, I am currently pressed against a wall because my phone was gonna die.
Oh no! Boo!
Screw you guys listening to this.
I think we're going on an hour. No.
Man, I like the idea that you've been like haven't heard a thing you've said for like 48 minutes. It's just been us talking and nothing.
All they have heard is my impressions. That's it.
Yeah, they can't hear you, me, and it's just Paul reacting to everything we say.
Which honestly would have been okay because, hey, guess what? Because of my Bill Cosby impression, it is now trending. So there, suck it.
Suck it. Big thanks to everyone who listened.
Yes, thank you.
We have Lowdown on Tuesday, blah, blah,
Blah, blah, blah. The passion for the show shows.
That's terrible.
You can get them at Twitter at Mind of Carnage.
My God, you can't even say Twitter right. My God.
I can't.
Follow me on
I'm laughing
Twitter.
too hard at. I'm laughing too hard at my own dumb joke to be able to say words properly.
You can go find them on Tinder.
And we are